Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the DJ Sessions Presents the Virtual Sessions. I'm your host, Darren, and I'm back on the mic again after a little bit of a break, but there's a lot of stuff that we've been having going on in the background. And coming in today from Rome, in the land of Italy, my homeland, because I'm Sicilian, here we have none other than Amlex on the show today. Amlex, how you doing today?
Amlex in the house. Thank you so much,
Amlex in the
Darren.
house.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
well,
Darren,
you
to host me and, of course, to give me the opportunity to go in live in your broadcast. And I'm so proud of that, of course. And yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, gosh, it's been a while. We've been trying to nail this down. I know that you had ADE last year and were with the Origami team out there and Black
Yep,
Lizard, Black Lizard
yep.
label. And ADE, I missed ADE this year. I love ADE. I will be going back to ADE this year and some other cities in the EU. We'll talk more about that later in the show. But we're here to talk about you and let our audience get to know you and more about what you do. So if you could describe, you produce music. If you could describe, we like to kick off the show, kind of set a vibe. If you could describe your music in 3 words or less, or just 3 words, how would you describe the music you produce?
Passion, sacrifice, pain, of course. And
That's 3.
and let me think. It's hard and hard work, of course.
Hard work. Yeah, absolutely. I was just recently talking with a friend of mine, and a lot of people think that, oh, it's just easy because I just jump in front of a camera and I ask somebody some questions. And it's like, no, if you saw my to-do list of stuff that I have to do just to get 1 episode on the air, and I'm going to be producing 60 episodes in there, I can only imagine what it's like being an artist, musician. Not only, I'm not a DJ, planning set lists, doing shows, traveling, being in the studio, sitting down, collaborating with everyone to make tracks happen, releasing, distributing, all that fun, social media. Don't forget that. To put it all
Exactly.
together, and we're not doing this for like personal reasons necessarily. This is business reasons we're doing this for. Then we have to separate and have our personal life as well. So, how many tracks do you end up producing a month, and how many end up being released?
Per month, I'm going to produce like 1, 2 tracks. Like for me, is the essential because you have to do like a lot of strategies to follow. I mean, it's like you have to do a radio show, you have to do classifiche, the charts on Beatport. You have to listen new music to take inspiration, and for example, for me is my mind and my brain is like still like working like as a lab, because when I sometimes I cannot sleep because my mind is full of ideas, and I have to go back to the PC, to the computer, and like and write. Okay, I don't like it. Okay, redo it. Okay, we go. Yeah, it's like try hard and play hard, because if you don't try hard and don't play hard, for me it's like you are wasting your time. I
Absolutely.
swear.
I can agree with that 100%. I was up till 3 a.m. last night, and ideas are still happening in my head because I got so many irons in the fire, so many things going on in my bucket that if I don't put it down in my notes, and I used to write everything down manually on to-do lists. Now, if I don't put it in here, which is nice for the cloud, because if I ever lose my phone, I don't lose my whole game plan because it's in the cloud.
Exactly.
But,
Yes,
you know,
that's a strategy. Yeah.
exactly. So, but having those to-do lists, and they say that the one thing that's nice is, if you try to go at the day and you try to take on too many big tasks, because time management is a very serious key thing, for overall health, and making sure people stay healthy. This leads right into my next question, that producing dance music or just music alone stands synonymous with spending countless hours behind the computer, sculpting your beats, making your beats. Where do you find your free time to stay fit?
Well, that's a hard question to reply. I mean, it's like when you are, in my opinion, I'm taking from myself. I'm talking for myself. When you are behind the computer, you are like still like going ahead in something that you love it, and it's impossible to like to get some distractions or whatever. But I think that, of course, you have to eat and you have to to go to shop something to ship something in the shop, or like quotidianity, but when you are focused, Darren, trust me, like it's like super difficult for me to leave this chair, trust me. It's like I don't know, I don't know some to describe like in a few words, but I think that it's like a good thing. If not, it's like waste time. I told you, like I mean, yeah, for me it's like that.
I can relate. I've been telling this story for over a year now about in 2024 how I was just at a standpoint. I didn't know what to do with my show, my brand, and I just took off what I thought was going to be 2 weeks, what I thought was going to be became 2 months, which became 4 months, which became ultimately 8.5 months where I did not sit in this chair and do anything for my show whatsoever. And it was just after 16 years of doing this, I was on the go. It was go. But I mean, I know why things happened and what they did. I had to come back and regroup last May and get everything together. And now I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes work, and I ramped back up last year and sat in the chair and forced myself here. I mean, I did 160 interviews last year between May and like October, So that's a lot of interviews, and we're getting ready to ramp up. I got a new PR guy coming on board. I'm super excited. Everything's going well for 2026. Speaking of mental health, though, do you sometimes get fed up with making and playing music, and how do you deal with that? Do you have a set, like, I get up, I go jogging. I get up, I take a baseball bat to, a stuffed animal. I scream out loud. Or do you have some mantra or something that you do that helps you kind of woo-saw and get back into the moment?
I'm sometimes overthinking person, but I think that I'm also a last minute person. It's like when you try to do like something for yourself, whatever, every time is like last minute for me. It's like go to play football, or go to play swimming in a swimming pool, or go to play gym, whatever. I'm going to decide like last minute what I'm feeling in that moment. I mean that's my behavior like from ages. I mean my mom and my father, thanks so much to be alive. I mean, thank you, but yeah, they hate me for that. I mean, yeah, in a good way, of course.
No, but, being a multitasker, I've had people think that I have ADD or that I have Asperger's or things like that, or it's like, no, I multitask really well. It sounds like I got a million things going on, and when you get to know me, it's like he has a plan going on. He knows what this, and this all connect together, to make something happen. But you can get frizzle fried. You can get burnt out very easily. And, one of the things we like to address sometimes is, the mental health of the electronic music industry, talking about DJs, performers, even bands, going on stage and, here you are in front of 5,000 people.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden you're at the airport 3 hours later and it's completely silent. And that dopamine effect that goes up and down, like, and that could be Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. It could have 2 gigs on Saturday and it's back to back. And then you're at the hotel room. You got to get it all up and put it back all again. And maybe you're running on jet lag and you're not getting enough sleep. But, it sounds like, you got some good connections over there. You got it pretty down. I mean, do you have a residency anywhere right now? Are you touring or do you have anything put together? And do you do something in Rome or all over Europe? What's that look like?
No, I'm based in Rome. I come from Sardinia, basically. Do you know Sardinia, right?
Not off the top of my head.
It's like the little island next to Sicily.
Oh, okay.
To move. I
I
decided to
should
move to
know that
Rome
because I'm
because
Sicilian.
exactly, yeah. I decided to move to Rome because the music industry can allow me to be like at least in the middle, not on top. Of course, always be with the floor, with the feet in the floor, of course. But I don't want to fly before it's going to happen. But I think I think that to colleague to the speech um, is like super difficult when for example like someone doesn't believe in you. I mean, it's like for I want to be like surrounded of like positive people that always believes in me, and always like positive feelings, positive vibes, because if not you cannot go ahead. And now I'm trying to go on with my career, of course, like doing like connection collaboration, and I'm like trying to, like as you, to create like a format, like I don't want to spoil. I mean, it's like, but like you can see me on my, I can broadcast of course in my Instagram, and you can see me like performing in on Instagram, of course. And I needed to get like all the tools to do that, like microphone, like a panel, like do you know the ring guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The TikTokers, but it helps me to get like a good light, and of course, for me, it's going to be mad because I think, and everyone says to me that I have the personality to do that, and I want to jump, basically, yeah, on that, and I hope to it's going to yeah it's going to be.
You know, the thing is that I've been doing podcasting. I mean, I started in broadcast television back in I started in public access television back in 1992. And that was our only way. That was basically YouTube. If you had a video camera, the only way you could put something on the TV screen was if you went to the public access station. They kind of said, okay, here's your time slot, and you put your content there. Then I went into broadcast television, and then I got into podcasting, and then I got into live streaming, and now I'm looking at VR and AR. Those are two separate subjects. The thing is when 2020 hit and everybody in the world jumped online, I was the guy who was doing the DJ show for 10 years and had a lot of people on the show and all that fun stuff. So I had a lot of people hitting me up, and I'll tell you, and I tell this to a lot of podcasters or live streamers out there, you kind of have you're in the right zone, but you don't have to spend a lot of money to do it.
Exactly.
You
yes.
can
Yeah.
get
Exactly.
you can get a decent. This light that I'm using right here for my studio, I think cost me $40 online.
Yeah.
You probably get
Me
them
too.
cheaper
Like,
now. It's a nice LED panel. It's color temperature controlled. Won't go into the specs of that. My microphone, yeah, it's a $300 microphone, but we're sponsored by Mackie, so they gave us that. But you don't need a $300 microphone. You can get a good $50 microphone nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lighting and audio are the two key
agree.
things. And the big thing is making sure your audio interface is going in and you're going right off your board. Usually if you're going to live stream, just use OBS. There's a lot of free tools, but you can get into podcasting and live streaming for a very small amount of money. And the services that are out there, that are already there, like Twitch, or YouTube, if you want to go to, or Instagram or TikTok, go into those services. Yeah. It's very easy to get into that realm now. And I encourage so many artists to take advantage and do that. Because that's the platform. And as everyone found out when pandemic hit, everyone jumped online and said, wow, this is a thing. And I said, I've been trying to tell you this for 10 years. and now you all jump online and say, and everyone said, how do you do this? How do you do
right
this?
Now.
Yeah. You just started now, but there was a lot of infrastructure that people didn't have in place. It's like putting the cart before the horse. It's like, yes, we're online, but was I ready to go online? And some have had some success and some have not had success. And I knew that was going to happen, but we're still here, and I'm always down to help out an artist. If you want some back end advice, and we can talk off camera about that, how to get you set up and running, we can do that. Because I do know that you are producing a show that you put to your SoundCloud. And when did you start that? And how long are those shows?
Radio show is I'm basically when it start everything with Origami management that I want to say hello, of course. And it started like to develop my radio shows too, to build my radio shows too in the meantime. And is sometimes it's very difficult to make it, to do it, because it's like sometimes the tracks, I mean, it's like doesn't match, and you have to find another way to do that. And so that's hard to do that. But I think that if you perseverance, with the perseverance, you can do everything, of course. And day by day, I construct I develop my radio show like in a different way, like volumes, like frequencies, because you have to take care about frequencies, whatever, and like technique. And of course the page of the radio show, the layout, the layout, and that's super important to show to everybody else. That's the last thing to do. But I think that it's not easy, but it's not hard to do that, of course. And
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. No, absolutely.
I was going to say, one of the things that I find that people say is the hardest, and this is the biggest rule that I give them and tell them about when they're doing a show. I know I need to slap my hand on this one because I haven't been doing it as of late, but I've been working on a bunch of stuff in the back end, is being consistent.
Exactly.
And making sure that if you're going to publish, let people know every Thursday I'm dropping a new show, or every Wednesday I'm dropping a new show. It's going to be out by 7:00. My show goes on. This is when I go live. This is when my new shows come out.
Exactly.
So you can build that consistency, and that people always know, oh, it's there. It's there. You can build that viewership trust, which is so key in this game with so much noise going on out there. You know, you could stop and you got to start back up, but everyone else has found new stuff to go listen to. And they're like, oh, maybe I'm not in the mood today. They were happy when they were listening to you, but then they maybe go through a breakup or they lose their job. And if you're off the air and they come back and go, well, I'm not in a good mood right now, so I'm not going to give them good vibe energy. Whereas if you were consistent, they might have said, your consistency kept me happy this whole time through. You know, so consistency is a huge one. And you did mention Origami in there. We're going to talk a little bit about Origami and your relationship with Black Lizard. You seem to have a very good relationship with Black Lizard, which has released most of your productions, I believe. Can you tell us how that relationship with Origami and Black Lizard started?
I think that is like before to start. I think that it started before Black Lizard than Origami. Okay. And after that, Leandro, of course, go ahead to get to reach like what he want to do in the life for real. I mean, it's like sending not just sending feedback to the tracks that he gives, but I think that to grow up you have to take risks, and Origami management is a risk, but I think that is the best management in the world. And colleague with Black Lizard, almost all the artists going to produce for Black Lizard, and Black Lizard now is becoming like a realty, like that is like breaking the charts. I mean, for me, like producing for Black Lizard, it was like a very, very good thing, because it was my first with No Sleep. My song was like the first song that I dropped it on there, and for me the the feeling what I know Leandro for the first time when I was in the studio with Joya and Leandro for the first time. I was like, oh my god, are you real? Because I saw him just in the, is my idol when I was like 18, 19, 20, and yeah, and whatever. But I think that I was like a kid when after Christmas, under Christmas is like, yeah, it's like breaking his open his presence, and I think that he's doing like very well. He's my mentor, and I'm so proud of that.
Well, we're really excited because we are launching into 2026. That I can announce that here. Our press release is about to go out. It's on our website that we have a sponsorship partnership with Origami Management, and we're super excited for that. Like I said, we're going to be touring over there and getting over there, doing something on the ground, and definitely collaborating with all the artists with Origami and the labels as well as Black Lizard. So super awesome with that. You mentioned that they do such a good job for you with Black Lizard, and there's such, like, he's a mentor for you. What do you think the most important thing it is that record labels should be doing for their artists, not just Black Lizard, but for their artists, and in general, are labels doing a good job in that? I mean, you definitely love Black Lizard. We get that. They're doing a good job. Like you said, they're climbing the charts. They're getting well known. But what about other record labels? Is there a really important thing you say, Black Lizard does this, and I don't see others doing this? Or Black Lizard, this company does this, and so does Black Lizard, and that's why they are successful?
Yes, of course. No, I was talking like about in general, Darren. Of course, I mentioned Black Lizard because it's now I told you like it's becoming like very very strong, and I think that a label like in general has to consider like for example when you do the when you publicify on the record label, they have to consider like as your career, yeah, like your music career, like in if you are like already a pro or if you are like a beginner, or for me. But I don't want to like categorize the segment the people, of course, but for me is important like to select the people in what you want to do with the artist and how do you have to launch him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think that the advertises is very important. Is very very important. The advertise for me is the fundamental thing in to do from a label, and of course connections all over the world.
That's two big things you said there. One thing I want to touch on is we have been toying around with the idea a long time ago. It's still out there, but opening up and doing our own label. But then we got to figure out who are we gonna release, what's our sound gonna be like, who's gonna listen to all the submissions if we take submissions and come in, and who judges which is good or which is bad, and coming in. And I'm just like, that's why I kind of got away from that and said, I don't want to maybe do a label right now because there's already so many people doing labels. Why don't I create this new music section on our site and we can just highlight the music of the guests that come on the show. We can make our own radio station and partner with labels and play their music and work with their artists and interview their artists and give them a lot more exposure and robustness on our site rather than trying to. I don't want to manage you and your label and bring you on and go through the contract negotiations of putting everything together, who owns what, and master, sync, use, slice, but I don't even want to go down that route. I'd rather just say, hey, Amlex, can I put your music on my site? And cool, we'll push a link to your Beatport or push it wherever you want people to buy to. And you go, yep, all right, cool, boom. and you go, wow, that was pretty easy. Wouldn't it be awesome if it was that easy for a label to put music on or collaborate with people? It'd be so awesome, but it's not. But I'm glad that you work with such a prominent label. I know I'm super excited to be working with Leandro, the Origami management team, and the labels, especially Black Lizard there. Your career spans over 20 years. You look like a pretty young guy. How old are you?
Yeah.
Like, were you DJing when you were 2 or 3 or something? You
No.
don't look like you're out of your mid 20s.
32 years
32.
old.
Okay. So you were actually
I
playing.
don't show up. I know I don't show up my age. I'm like,
well, I had somebody
I'm
tell
like
me I was
24, 25.
Yeah, they thought I was in my mid 30s, mid to late 30s the other day. And I'm like, I'm 51. I'm like,
What?
yeah.
No, I can't believe it. Sorry, but I don't.
It's the
I'm refusing
Italian.
to believe it.
It's
I'm
the
refusing to
Italian
believe it.
blood.
Sorry,
That's what it
Dan.
is. It's the Italian blood. But you've been DJing for over 20 years, got your start at a very early age. What do you consider the biggest break that launched your DJ career? What was that biggest break that said, boom? I mean, what's your story? What's your take on that? What's the magic behind Amlex?
I was playing like the guitar since when I was a child, when I was like 14, 15, 16. Then I decided to move, like to choose another way, because I felt that was not mine. And okay, I was like producing like some electronic music with my band, like rock music, rock electro, whatever. And I decided to move because it was not my the way that I want to pick it up. And I said to myself, because I confront myself like in the mirror like most of the time, and it says like it's what you want, and it says like no. The reply was no, and I decided to move in the electro house music industry. And because I saw a lot of in carnival parties in my town, and in a lot of discos, like a lot of DJs that were playing like not in the age of mine, of course, but it was more big than older than me. And I was saying, it's like, that's what I want. That's what I want. And I follow something that comes from my heart, and it says like to myself, okay, let's do no pain, no gain, and sacrifice. Like I was like studying in the university, and I says like, okay, I want to lose like a session, like the summer session, to go like and work, and to reach like some monies to get like the first consoles and the first CDJs. And I did that, and now I freeze off myself. I mean, and after that, I moved in Rome. That I told you, and I know Origami management from the social networks, and I called them like in a proper and diplomatic call, and and they asked me to go in the studio, blah blah blah, whatever. And I met them, because you have to be like, of course, full of tracks to show them. If not, of course, they don't consider you.
Yeah.
And it was like we used to say in Italiano. My colleagues in Italian can understand. Amore a prima vista, like when you look like something and you fall in love.
Okay.
And for me, Origami like is a family, like as my family. I don't know how to explain, but you know my effort right now.
Yeah.
And and I think that I appreciate every single day what they do for me, like in music career and over, because after music career, like there are friends first.
Mm-hmm. That's a very important thing, to have a very good tight knit group of people. We work with our resident DJs very frequently, very closely. Speaking of, Axia is in the chat room. He's watching us on Twitch, by the way. Thank
Ciao,
you for
Axia.
tuning in. What's up?
Ti voglio bene.
Having that support structure is very, very key to being successful in this industry. So many people want to pull you in so many different ways, and having a group of people that you can go to that you not only trust as business partners, but also as friends, people that you can collaborate with or bounce ideas off of, or even talk to, can make or break somebody if they don't have a good close network of friends, especially when you're an artist and you're up on stage and you have all the fans that are trying to just get your attention, get your attention, and everyone's get your attention. And you're like, I got to tune this out and, help them do that. How would you define success as a DJ producer? Would it be a Beatport top 10 hit, a sold out tour? What are your thoughts on this?
For me, you have to catch the feeling. In this period, for example, for me, and Axia can agree, is working like definitely the bass house, for example, bass tech house, bass house, whatever you want to call. But I think that these raw basses, these synths rows, I don't know why. Like periods is like Latin, periods is like bass house, periods is like going to like the. I think that anyway, the normal tech house, the standard tech house doesn't come back anymore. I think like with the simple scenes, now you have to be like, or not a music or sound engineer, of course, to catch like a sound, but your sound. But if you have like an idea before, helps you, of course, to develop and to build the track like properly, and definitely how's the market industry wants to get it.
Yeah, it's so, with so many people out there now, and the barrier to entry, being able to DJ, let alone being able to produce.
Darren.
What?
It's so personal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I can.
Yeah, I mean, but the barrier to entry to DJing now, the access to music, the access to the equipment, to the software to make music, and
I think that yes, behind.
And now, with AI coming out, and people say I'm a musician. To me, I'm not knocking anyone for what they want to do. But back in the day, when you wanted to put a show on public access, or you wanted to put a show on broadcast television, you had to meet standards to do that. Sure. Once YouTube opened the door, it let anyone put any video they wanted online and say, I'm doing a show. Well, where's the standards of where you compare? You might have a show here, somebody might have a show here, or a DJ might be really good here and they don't get enough gigs, but you have a DJ getting all the gigs here, and are they really good? I mean, and you could have somebody who just wants to DJ for the love of it. My friend Ron, he's a vinyl DJ. He doesn't play out, but he has 2 techniques at his house, and he spins wax and just does it by himself because he just loves mixing and doing that. Does that mean he's not a good DJ because he's not getting booked? So it's very interesting to find out what people's level of what they determine success is as a DJ. The one thing that I personally, the one thing that I have noticed in the industry, though, is the higher up people get, the more famous people get, I find that a lot of them, the ego has gone away. They're very chill. Yes. They're very calm. They're like, how you doing? It's cool. You'd think they'd be like, maybe like, oh my gosh, I better not go talk to that person. They're too famous. It's like, no, they're like, how you doing? What's up? It's chill.
No, sure not.
I've seen a lot of course, that ego tripping in the game, though. And I get that you have to psych oneself up. You don't become a football player or soccer. Well, soccer for you, football for us. You don't become a football player and say, I'm gonna miss the goal. I'm gonna trip and fall. I'm gonna lose this game. You gotta psych yourself up and build yourself up. But when that ego becomes your outer personality and you start being offensive or rude to people or something, that I think needs to be dealt with incurred, but a lot of people I've met in this industry, like yourself, the Origami team, everyone I've interviewed from there, and more, they've all been just really, really cool people, really outgoing, wanting to help people. And I think that's a key to their success overall. Helping somebody out, passing the baton, passing the torch, lifting up the next generation, I think that's important as a goal. And I was going to ask, what is your ultimate goal as a DJ producer? Like, do you have a goal?
I think that you have to, from the beginning, as your speech began. I think that you have to split it up. First, your character and your technique. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's like the perform. You have to be simply yourself, Darren. For me, it's like that. That's it.
Yeah.
Because if you are developed by someone else, by somebody else, the people felt it. The people feel it. And I mean, there is not like effort. There is not like nothing magic in what are you doing. And it's so easy to do that because you have like a strong person, like a famous person that kicking you in the best charts on the top. But I mean, if you are like nobody with yourself first, it's like it's the worst, I think. And my for example, in my opinion, I don't want to be like famous. I don't have really care. I mean, it's like, but I want to live for the music, Darren. I mean, okay, it's so general, but
no, it's simple. Simple is sometimes better than being complicated,
Exactly. But now I'm telling and I tell you something, and I'm a little bit emotion, and I'm a little bit an emotional person, and I left my job to focus all my energies in the music. Like right now, I think that 2026. Do you know what I mean? Is mine. Burn it down,
nice.
Bro.
Nice. No, I feel that that's coming back. I mean, after the hiccup of we had a lot of stuff getting ready for 2020. A lot of stuff was on the plate. And I'm almost glad, I don't want to say it in that kind of way, that glad the pandemic happened. That sounds like what a dick, but no. I mean, it kind of put a lot of pause on a lot of stuff that I'm doing. I got to learn a lot more in that downtime of where I wanted to go, the direction of what I wanted to do. It gave me some time to think about things. And now, after coming back after a couple of years and getting back in the swing of things, even taking that 8.5 month hiatus that I told you about, just taking the break, 2026 is going to be a great year for a lot of people. And I know it's going to be a great year for you. I know it's going to be a great year for Black Lizard. I know it's going to be a great year for Origami. I know it's going to be a great year for all of our partners and a lot of people in the world out there. Looking forward to an amazing 2026. Speaking of working with people, collaborating with people, networking, is there an up and coming producer that you would like to put in the spotlight? Somebody that says, they're up and coming, but they aren't just getting it yet, but I've been working with them over here, collaborating with them over here. I'd like to see them get in the spotlight. Isn't there one that comes to mind without getting you in trouble?
I can reply to you like under than a sec. The people is watching this broadcast. Of course, Axia, my brother. For me, it's like super. Like I met him like just last year, and it's like it became for me like a very important person over the music, who can share your stuffs, your private stuffs, your whatever you want. And in the music we collaborate for Break It Down, and it was like fantastic because he has got like an exam. I was like working, and it doesn't match. We had to find like a way to stream, because we are like me, I'm in Rome, and him is in Milan or in Florence when I come from home, and it's like was a bit difficult, but we did it, and I'm so proud of that. And for me, is one in on a million to produce with him, of course. And I want to thank Skiv, if you can allow me, Darren. I want to thank Skiv to my number one fan, that I hope that is listening to this broadcast, the DJ session interview, and is Nina Michelle Rice. And is I want to give her, because it's my number one fan, and allows me to living like a dream like this.
We love number one fans around here. We have a ton of them, and that was a really awesome shout out. And yeah, I know we're gonna have you both on the show in the future. You mentioned your last year's track that you put together with him called "Break It Down." It seemed like it was very well received, pretty awesome out there. I got a chance to listen to it before the show. What can we see from the future releases of Amlex coming out? What's on the radar? Is there anything you can talk about or let us know?
Yeah, I will have to drop, like already set up in February. Catch Me If You Can is going to be cool, and it's like a mix of tech house and emotional part of the vocal that I choose it for, and that fits perfectly for that song. And Get Down Tonight. It's like, Get Down Tonight is like, I invented that like as a slang, like as a joke. Get down tonight, bro. I mean, or get it burned, bro. I mean, I was not sure how, what's the name, but it's the most part difficult to choose like a name, and of course to describe that, like behind the scene, because when you produce and when you finish, probably it's like finish, you reset your mind and you think of something else, and to come back is like super difficult I think for everybody, but yeah, well, I'm so proud of the people that is like playing with me, because we are like a good closer friends first, and then like artists. Wow, that's magic. That's amazing. Awesome.
Now I got a question for you. What were you doing out at Hakkasan the other night?
What? No, I'm joking. I was with Nina, my number one fan, in New York and Las Vegas, and with San Francisco, like as a vacation, and we did in Hakkasan, and we watched Steve Aoki, and in Omnia Club in Las Vegas, as you know, of course, for sure, Fisher, one of my bestie, of course, in the music tech house industry, and it was like so simply amazing. I mean, if you are not there, you cannot understand what my heart was like eating, because I used to listen when I was a child to like ADM, electro dance music, like Steve Aoki, Hardwell, Nicky Romero, of course, and Martin Garrix and Avicii, of course. And it was like an emotion, a feeling, that a vibe. Like he kick, like he's a very like good performer. And of course, I didn't see just him, but I've been in Bruno Mars stage in the not in the Sphere, but it was in Dolby in MGM Park. And for me, if you are listening to me, Bruno Mars, you are the best performer in the world. That's it. Like as a properly an artist. And Omnia for me was like a bit better, because of course not less than I don't want to compare the two stage of Steve Aoki and Fisher, but I think that Fisher, of course, because he's close to my genre, I preferred him, of course. And Nina Michelle, does it know? Does she know?
Fisher does one of my favorite songs, moving up and down, side to side like a
roller coaster.
I love that track.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I heard it on the dance floor here in Seattle, but I did see him in concert. He was at the Seattle set. He was in Seattle, and I was like, he dropped that track. I just lost my mind. I love that track so much. Fisher,
okay. You lost your mind with roller coaster. I lost my voice and my mind to Ya Kidding, and is that time to the Nicky on the floor? Now move your
now that remix okay. That one would probably get me going.
Yeah. Oh my god! Definitely. I was like, I got crazy. I mean, I was like close to go down the mirror of the disco, but it doesn't happen, of course.
When you're DJing, would you prefer? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But when you're DJ, would you prefer to DJ large scale festivals, or would you rather do more kind of intimate nightclub style settings?
Both. I can express all of myself. I can show Amlex in different ways, like performing, of course, moving the hands, like saying some shit. I mean, it's like, but I think that main stage, like as a, I don't want to say Tomorrowland, let's say like Coachella or like Time Warp or Lollapalooza. No, I'm joking. But like main stage like that, I think that are more hitting that like intimate nightclubs, just that. But nightclubs, of course, love it because you are so close to the people.
Yeah. That's there was a nightclub here. A lot of nightclubs in Seattle, you can get pretty close to the DJ, and that's why I love the nightclubs here. But I've been nightclubbing for 35 years here in Seattle, so I know every single nightclub, here. But I love going to New York and going to, or going to Amsterdam and going to like the bigger clubs and seeing that. And that's why I'm really excited, even more so, to be going. The plan is to be more in Berlin and Amsterdam and Ibiza and Italy and and being out a little bit more around Europe and planning to do that. We got ties with MN2S in the UK, which is really awesome as well. And then some ties stateside here with a lot of shows with the Relentless Beats. That being said, I saw something online recently, just a few weeks ago, and I commented on it about somebody said we should be moving the DJ off the stage and back up into the booth and let it be about the dancing and not about the fireworks, the pyrotechnics, the show, because that's the show that everyone's paying for now. But the DJ they're DJing, but it's not like when I grew up, you went to a club called the Underground, you were on the dance floor, you had a stage, the dancers were on the stage, not dancers like go-go dancers. The audience was on the stage dancing, and the DJ was up in a booth with a glass window in front of it usually that could maybe slide open so they could talk to the crowd.
Yeah. I know what you're talking
all the records and everything were stored up there, and they were kind of off to the side. And I would get my way up into this DJ booth somehow. I don't know. I just had balls or something. And I'd go walk by the door and be like, can I go up? I'd like the bouncer would be standing by the DJ door, a big, huge guy. And I'm like 18 years old. And I'm like 130 pounds, maybe 130, skinny kid. And I walk up and say, can I say hi to the DJ? And the bouncer would be like, sure. And I'd get up there and I'd hang out up in the DJ booth, just rocking it.
Lucky you.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, it was just awesome.
Lucky you.
It became a huge trend for me that I would go to the club and then my friends would go out dancing immediately. I wanted to feel the wave. I wanted to feel the motion. I wanted to get into the vibe of the floor. But then one of my things I would go do is I would go up to the DJ booth and say, hi, you're doing a great set tonight. I would make zero requests. I never made any requests. I would just be like, dude, this is awesome. What you do is phenomenal. I'm so impressed. And just kind of found my way over the years, not necessarily getting backstage, but up in that DJ booth area, you know, and being comfortable, and people would get to know my face and then be like, come up here. I mean, I was in the States. In the States, you have to be 21 to drink. And I was getting in nightclubs at 19 years old, getting up in the DJ booth and getting to kick it in the DJ booth. And the club people that worked the club, they thought I worked there. And I'd just be kicking in the DJ booth. I'd start working lighting and doing stuff.
You can figure it. At
19 years old. Yes. And then it just became like, I'd walk up and the bouncers would see me, the management would see me, the DJs would see me, and I could just walk right into the club. They didn't even know my name. They're just like, he works here. He's the lighting guy here. So
and that's a good thing too. When a DJ like allows you to be part of for a few minutes or whatever of his show. I mean, it's so impressive for you, and of course maybe for him it's like not too much, but I think that when you are like when you are like followed by like million people, I don't want to be like one from pick it up like from a ship ranch, sorry, but I want to be like unique. Maybe if for example it happens to me like in a Paradiso when I went in Amsterdam for the first time with Antonio, one of other best friend from Oristano in Sardinia that I want to say hello. We went there and there were like the 20 years of spinning records, and there were like, oh my god, I was like in the event properly. The disco is called Paradiso. Do you know Paradiso in Amsterdam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've been jumped without no permissions in the main stage to see Mesto. You know Mesto. I saw Mesto just that time, and I want to be part on like super close on it. And all the bodyguards, hold me and kicked me out of the.
You know, nowadays, back when I was doing this stuff, and up until, I mean, gosh, almost 2007. So remember, I was night in a club back in 1992. So almost 15 years of going to nightclubs without this.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I was
you know, and nobody, I mean, if you got up to go say hi to the DJ in the DJ booth, you pretty much knew them. There was etiquette, but now everyone's trying to get up there and be the
selfie. Yeah.
Give me up front,
filming, taping.
Even with our nights that we're getting ready to do here, I just put together a new series that we're looking to produce here. I'll definitely be reaching out to Origami and the whole team over there to be part of this. It's like top of the line, top of mind with this project I'm working on. But we're doing a complete no cell phone in the event space. I can't think of away how we're going to. I know how we're accomplishing it. I can let other people go out there and research it and figure it out. But we have a really cool way that'll allow people to basically keep their phone, use their phone, but they won't be able to record or take pictures with it.
Yeah,
I can't say how we're going to do that true. Because it's our proprietary stuff. But that's basically, true. You know, removing that essence and getting people back to the dance floor, back to focusing on the music, back to socializing, you know, instead of or watching the show like this, you know. It's like if you want to watch the show, go watch our live stream. If you want to watch the show, we're recording
on YouTube.
Share a link. Go watch it when you're at home, or stay home, pay-per-view this, you know, and watch it from home.
I agree totally.
Those kind of things. We want the interaction back, and I think there is. It's not blowback, but it's definitely coming back. You know, in adverse to the big production, $300 a day, you know, to go for a ticket to a show. I mean, I think I'm not knocking any show out of the park, but I think Electric Forest here in the States, I saw somebody for 2 people for 2 days or something. It was like $2,500. I'm like,
What?
What? I mean, okay,
What
make your
the?
money. I mean, granted, they were getting camping passes. Granted, they were getting this level of passes. But I'm just like, I could go to Europe for probably a week and a half, 2 weeks, and see a bunch of nightclubs and a bunch of phenomenal arts and a bunch of arts and culture than be spending it at this festival in this amount of space for this amount of time for that amount of money. I get it. It's an awesome experience. I would love to go to Electric Forest. Don't get me wrong, but maybe that's just the 51-year-old year in me, and I just want to go see more of the world than than the big, or go see big festivals around the world. Like go do something like that. We got invited by Leo. Oh, Leo, gosh, he was just on the show recently.
Oliver.
Thank you, Leo Oliver. He invited us to come down to Miami for Ultra,
Wow.
And so I was possibly looking at doing that and tapping Leo for Ultra and the whole conference and everything. And just like, I got so much going on. I'm going to hit him up here in about a week or two and be like,
That's
Leo,
such
what's
amazing,
the plan?
guys.
And he's like, I will take you everywhere. I will show you everything. You've never seen like Miami like I know Miami. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's do this, Leo. So, and that's just meeting people on the show. And you meet people, the virtual sessions like what we're doing. Like I said, planning to go to Italy and all that fun stuff. But talking about people, who's the most inspiring person you've ever met backstage, and why was that person such an inspiration to you?
Leandro da Silva.
Give it to the man. Give it to the man. Do you remember the first time you met him? Was it backstage at an event, or how did you meet up with him?
I met up for the first time. I told you in his studio.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Always seen in YouTube, Instagram, wherever in the world, but behind a screen, and wow, I was like super impressive.
Mm-hmm. It's like I said, in building those long-term relationships with people, that's something that I've always strived to do with people in the industry. And now when our press release comes out, the people that I've been working with, even though I've been working with them for like the last year, and putting stuff together over the last 6-7 months to then put it all together in a pot. I didn't want to say, here we are today, and here's this person today. I want to say, boom, here we go. And everyone's going, what the crap did Darren just do? And I've had to shake hands and talk with these people online, emails, back and forth. It wasn't just like, I walked into the studio, I walked in and said, let's work there. They said, yes. I had to show them what we're doing, show them what our angles are, show them what our direction is, see if they're a brand that they want to collaborate with, and say, we're going to build a long-term partnership here. And yeah, again, it's super exciting because Leandro also works with MN2S, which is one of our sponsored partners right now.
Yeah,
really awesome. So it's really cool having... I think I met Leandro through MN2S, or maybe I had an interview with him before. I do so many interviews and so much stuff. Hard to keep track of this sometimes, but yeah, managed to get a really good partnership with MN2S, and super excited to be working with Origami. Now, you were at ADE last year. Was that your first ADE?
No, it was my second. My second.
Your second ADE.
Yep.
Yeah, that can be an
Amazing.
overwhelming conference to go to. We had spoken earlier about you saying, I think you said about networking and collaborating, that I tell so many people, I believe that is one of the key. I don't tell people you're not going to make it if you don't go to ADE, but go to ADE if you want to make it, because you're going to meet so many people, collaborate with so many people, get so much stuff going on. Don't worry, that's just Doja the disco cat. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? And so, get there, collaborate, at least get your foot in the ground. Or if you're stateside, get to Ultra, get to Winter Music Conference. I don't think they call it Winter Music Conference anymore, or get to some of the bigger networking conferences, even South by Southwest, in Austin, Texas. Get yourself out to those conferences, get yourself outside of your bubble of your normal networking, because you're going to meet people that are really traveling because they want to up their game. They want to get bigger. They want to network, and you can meet those collaborations and meet with those people. It may just be something like where you met Leandro at his studio I met so and so at their booth, or so and so was standing next to this booth. I recognized them and I said, "Hey, my name's so and so," and network that way. Do you find ADE to be a very excellent, a good experience for you when you've been going?
Yes, yes, buddy. Yes, of course. The first time was for me like an approach, a different approach, because I never and ever been in ADE like in Amsterdam to play, definitely. And I was not shy, of course, because it's not stuck in my personality. But I think that I was like this last year in 2025. I was like a little bit like without no, not pressure, but like elastic, like, yeah, like a little bit elastic. Yeah, that's the best term.
I would say this. Yeah, go ahead.
Go, 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 go.
I was going to say the second time, I had never traveled to Europe before. My first time I went was in 2022. And definitely coming back in 2023, I was much more like, oh, I know we're stopping off. Oh, we didn't stop at Iceland this time. We stopped at Heathrow. Okay, we're getting here. Oh, we're going to get on the train. Oh, we're going to get to our houseboat. Oh, we know that riding this. Oh, we know where the restaurants are. We kind of know. And it was very fluid, and that's how we like to keep it going.
Fluid.
Not so much rigidness. I do have a hard work schedule when I hit. It's land on Tuesday, get our bearings. We leave on a Monday, get there on Tuesday, and then
rest.
and then have Tuesday to rest, and then it's work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Friday night go out to the events and go see the city and have some fun. And having media badges helps because it gets you in everywhere for ADE, which is nice.
That's why I love
I definitely am looking forward to doing something with Origami there this year. We will be back at ADE. Super excited for that. Out of all of this, we've been talking about you and your music and your career and your label and your releases and your partnerships, all that fun stuff. What do you prefer doing when you're taking a break from all of this stuff?
Walking like around. For example, we have like Villa Borghese. It's called Villa Borghese, like a good park, like in the center of is the Pullman of Rome. Like go around there, or like distract myself with some friends, talk about like other things, take a beer, or yeah.
This is Enzo, or dog, by the way. Come here.
Or doing like home stuffs, like this is another one. Him is another one, right? He's another one.
Yeah, he's another one. This is
okay.
Enzo the
That's
disco
cool.
dog. Enzo the disco dog.
Cool. How is it? How is his name?
Enzo, like Enzo Ferrari.
Enzo Ferrari. Yeah.
Enzo, the fastest 1-year-old dog in the world. Sorry.
Yeah, like no worries. That's the simple.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to get out and take a break. I like to sometimes cook. I have a park not too far. I got out and played some pickleball the other day. I haven't played that for a while, but trying to get a little bit more athletic and get out of this chair is, I think, the main goal. As long as I can get up and be moving around and doing something, I think that's a break from video production and PR and all that fun stuff. Awesome. Well, you mentioned earlier that you do have your show that you're putting out on SoundCloud. How often are you releasing that show?
At least two per month. At least
2 per month. Okay. Awesome.
2 per month.
Awesome. And we'll talk about after the show about possibly getting that syndicated on the DJ Sessions new internet station as well. Is there anything else you want to let our DJ Sessions fans know before we let you go?
I want to give to you, Darren, to DJ
Thank
Session,
you.
of course.
Welcome.
And I hope to keep in touch super very soon. And of course, follow the page and the website. Follow the page first on Instagram, the DJ Session, and follow the website, the DJ Session.com. And of course, Amlex Music behind here
Amlex.
On my Instagram page. And Yeah, a lot of news coming up very soon.
And that is AMLEX underscore music, MUSIC, Amlex underscore music on Instagram. Well, again, Amlex, thank you for being on the show. We know we're going to be following up with you and staying in touch with you, getting some of that music maybe up in our new music section as well. And thank you for being on the show today. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Darren. Thank you so much. All the best for you, of course.
You're welcome. On that note, don't forget to go to our website, thedjsessions.com. Find us on all the socials out there. We're there, but everything and more. We have over 700 news stories a month that get published to our site. Our new interviews section, live interview section are going to be coming back up. Our new music section, our new internet station. Our VR nightclub is back under redevelopment. Our new app, or our version 1.2 of the app is coming out. But all that and more, and merch. You can get some cool DJ Sessions gear merch at our website, thedjsessions.com. That's Amlex, and I'm coming in from Rome. I'm Darren, coming in from Seattle, Washington for the DJ Sessions. And remember, on the DJ Sessions, the music never stops.
Check it out.